Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for October 11th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, starting this box, we have 2 and 5. I am not seeing anything to do with these two. Oh, I see one thing. This 5 looks down, these two 5s look in. We can place this 5. Now these 5s look into here, putting a 5 in one of these two. Looking for 5 in this row, I can see there's 3 places, so nothing to do for that. I don't think the 2 does anything still. No, I don't think so. Let's move on to the 4, 7, and 8. So what are we doing with this? 2 4s, look in, putting a 4 in one of these two. Now we look in this column for 4 as a follow-up to this corner mark. We know it's not in this box. That's why we're looking. We also know it's not this 1, 6, or 5, and this 4 looks into here. So there's actually only 2 places in this column for 4, and they're both in the same box. So we're going to corner mark that. And this has told us that we have what's called claiming. So this column 2, needs a 4. It's going to end up being here or here. So one of these two in the solution will be a 4, guaranteed. And so that means that the rest of this box can't have another 4 in it because it's going to be here or here because of the column. So we say the column claims the 4 from the box, eliminating 4 from these cells. The corner mark is going to remind us of that because I don't think we have an immediate action item for that. I was just looking at, we have this formation. I was looking at how we have the 3 and the 9 looking in, putting 3 and 9 in these 3. And actually the 3 is one of those two. But unfortunately the 9 can be down here. So we can't do anything with that yet. Okay, coming back up, that was the 4s that I marked here. I don't think there's more follow-up. Actually, but just in this box in general, 4 is in one of these two. That points in here along with this 4. This 4 looks down, putting a 4 in one of these two. All right, coming back up, that was the 4. We have 7 and 8 as well. 8 is good. This 8 looks in, this 8 looks in. These two aren't 8, so it puts an 8 in one of these two. These 8s look into here, putting an 8 in one of these two. All right. Anything looking through here? No. We have this 3 looking up and this 3 looking in. It does put a 3 in one of these two. That's a good marking. All right, let's look at this next box, 1, 3, and 4. The first thing I'm looking at is how they're not in this column. So I'm looking at these cells and thinking about 1, 3, and 4. So the 3, for example, we know is in one of these two in the column. The 4 is in one of these two. The 1 is in one of these two. So we can't quite do anything with that yet, but it's interesting. They're each in only 2 places in the column. Anything I can do otherwise? 1. No, there's not really anything else. All right, I believe, let's see, the thing that I'm noticing, we have 2 and 7 looking in. So 2 and 7 are in these 3. So that's a bit limited. We can look at 1, 3, and 4 in this row. We already have the 4 marked. This can't be 3 or 4, but it can be a 1. So it's close to being helpful, but not quite. All right, let's just move on. So we have 1, 3, 6, 7 here. We got the 4 looking in already. We have 2 1s looking up. Puts a 1 in one of these two. 1, 3. We have the 6s looking up as well. Well, that's quite nice. All right, so we're going to be able to place a 4 and then another 4. So why? Well, look at these 2 cells here. I have the 1 corner marked in them, and I have the 6 corner marked in them. And the 1 and 6 are not corner marked in any other cells. So if I hide this 4 corner mark for a second here, it makes it a bit more clear. But you should be able to see it even with extra corner marks going on here, because that actually is the most important time to find it, in my opinion. So one of these cells has to be 1, and the other has to be 6, so that I can place both a 1 and a 6 in this box. That means we have what's called a hidden pair, a hidden 1, 6 pair. And what that means is since one of them is 1 and the other is 6, there isn't room for any other digits to go in these cells. It eliminates 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 from these cells, leaving only 1 and 6 behind. Because in the solution, one of them will be 1, one will be 6. We know that for sure because the box has a 1 in it and the box has a 6 in it, and they have to go there. And so that means this can't be a 4, for example. And so we can remove that corner mark, and that lets us place this 4. And then now this can't be a 4, and that lets us place this 4. All right. Now, we want to follow up on this by thinking about not just the 4, but every digit that we eliminated. So they already couldn't be 2, so we don't have to worry about that. We eliminated 3 from these 2 cells. So the immediate thing I looked at is that we had these 3 corner marks down here telling us these 2 aren't 3. Unfortunately, oh, and this can't be 3 either. Yeah, so where does 3 go in the column now? The 1-6 pair, the hidden 1-6 pair, we moved 3 from those cells. This 3 says not here, and these 2 3s say not here. So 3 in the column needs to go here. So even though the box said the 3 could go here, the column says, no, I need it. I need the 3, and it's going to go there, so we can place it. And so then the rest of this column is just a triple. So we do need a 2, 2, 8, 9, it looks like. So this sees 2, this sees 9. I don't think this sees anything. So that's how that cleans up. We have 4 digits left in this box. 3, 7, 8. Wait. Yeah, 3, 7, 8, 9. Right, we need 4 digits. 3, 7, 8, 9. So the 3 looking in. This 3 looks in. That places the 3. And we're left with 7, 8, 9. Ah, that places the 3 in this box. Let's follow up. These 3s look in. This 3 looks in. Putting a 3 in one of these 2. Actually, we have every single 3. Notice we have 7 3s placed. So there's only 2 boxes left that need 3s, and they end up in this rectangle pattern here that we can't quite resolve yet. But the 3s will either be like this, or they'll be like this. All right, this is 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to write it out. That's not an 8. Anything else to get from this? I don't think so. There's 4 digits left in this box, so 2, 5, 8, 9. So we know that this can't be 2 or 5. So this is 8, 9 only. This can't be 9, so it's 2, 5, 8. I think this can be any of 2, 5, 8, 9. This column is down to 4, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 9. So this is 4, 7, 8. I think this can be any of 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Where's 2 in this row? Because I was just thinking about how this isn't 2. Because I was like, well, 4, 7, 8, 9 is almost this entire row, but what's missing? And what was missing was the 2. So this 2 sees here, and this 2 sees here. So the 2 ends up in one of these 2, and that is going to claim the box. So these aren't 2. The corner mark will remind us of that, because I don't think there's an immediate follow-up. All right, let's roll back. What were we doing? I think we were looking at this box here. We found the 1 and the 6. So anything to with the 7, I guess, would be the question. I don't really see anything with 7. Okay. So I think we're going to move on to the next box here. We just have a 9. I don't think the 9 does anything. Oh, actually, it does do something. This 9 looks in, this 9 looks up. Puts a 9 in one of these 2. And we already knew the 9 was up here. I just didn't mark it. Okay. We already could have known, I suppose, if I had inspected that box more closely. It's kind of what I mean by that whenever I say that. 4, 6, and 8. These 2 4s we got, the 6, the 8. Actually, this 6 looks in, the 6 looks down, puts a 6 in one of these 2. Oh, I missed this 6. Yeah, okay, well, that's easy. These 6s just place it. These 6s look up now, putting a 6 somewhere in here. I've reduced this box to 4 digits. Let's take a look. We need a 1, 4, 7, 8. We know these aren't 8, so these are the 8s. So these are the top ones aren't 1, so the one's down here. So the only other digit we have is the 7. So all of these are the corner mark plus 7. 4, 7, 8, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1, 8, 7. All right, also known as 1, 7, 8. Yeah, we knew the 2 was over here. Okay, anything else from this 4, 6, 8? Something I'm taking a look at is the 6 and 8 need to go in this row. We already have the 4. So these 3 spots need to be 6 or 8. This sees a 6, this sees a 6. So actually the only place for 6 in the row is right here. So we can place that. That was also true just of the box. I just didn't do the buddy for some reason. These 6s look up, placing this 6. So that can't be a 6 now. This row is reduced to 2, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 8 or 9, so this is 2, 7. This can't be 7, 8, so this is 2, 9. I should look at this whole box, which has been reduced to 4 digits. We need a 1, 2, 5, 9. 1, 2, 5, 9. This one's not a 2. This is 1, 5, 9. Otherwise, completely open. Alrighty. 4, 7. This I was looking at what, since we just placed this 6, I was looking at what crosses this. So I was looking at this column, is what I'm saying. The 4, 6, and 7. 6 is already placed, 4 already has a corner mark, but the 7 looks down, this 7 looks in. It does put a 7 in one of these two. So that is going to point, telling us that 7's down here somewhere. So what we learned is this cell is not 7. So it's not 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not quite good enough. All right. Anything else to do here? We got the 4, 6, and 8. We placed that 6. We followed up. The 8 is still in 2 places. All right. I'm going to do this last band. We have 1, 3, 5, and 6. So the 5s and 6s are done in this band. So it's just the 1 and 3. The 3s are done as well. So just the 1. And then this 2, 9. I don't think we can do anything with those that we haven't already done. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go row by row, and I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss anything obvious. Like the 2 major things I look for is if there's a pair or a triple that I might have missed in the row. And then the second thing I'm going to look for is if there are 4 or fewer open cells. I can do this very quickly, but I'm going to do it systematically to make it easier to follow my solve. That's a lot of what I do, is approach this systematically so that you can follow and learn. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm not trying to show off. I'm trying to teach. All right, so I'm looking. When we're down to 5, sometimes it's tempting to pencil it, and so I can't really explain what makes something seem more worth it than others, but this feels worth it because we got the 9 corner mark over here and the 4 corner mark here. So at the very least, I know this cell is worth it because just by counting, right? There's 5 open cells, so there's going to be 5 potential digits that can go in this row. And this cell here isn't the 4 and it's not the 9. So, well, if it's not the 4 or the 9, that's -2. It's down to 3, and I like to mark 3 or fewer. So we're just going to look at the whole row, though, because why think about just this one cell when we can think about the whole row? So we need a 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. So this isn't 4 or 9. So this is 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. We know these aren't 4. This isn't 5. So this is 1, 2, 9. I think that's all we get. These aren't 9. 1, 2, 4, 5. That's it. All right, I'm noticing, well, while I see it, I'm noticing this column is down to 4 digits, so I just want to look at it. We need a 1, 2, 4, 7. So I think everything sees something. I see this 4, this 7, this 1, this 2. So I'm just going to mark it out, 1, 2, 4, 7. And then we'll just look at what we've got. Why did I type 9? I meant to type 7. All right, so this, again, this sees a 4, this sees a 7, this sees a 1, and this sees the 2. So what do we get out of that? 1, 2, 4, 7. I don't think we get anything immediately. This is suspicious, right? We could make, say, a 2, 4, 7 triple. The whole row is down to 5 digits. We need a 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. I'm not really seeing anything. This can't be 2. All right. Let's look at this row as well. We need a 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. We know these aren't 8. So this can't be 5 or 8. So this is 2, 3, wait, it's not 3 either. I did say we needed a 3, right? Yeah, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. So this is 2, not 3, 5. Could be 7, not 8. So it's down to 2, 7. 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. This can't be 2, 3. So this is 5, 7 only. Okay. 5, 7, and 2, 7. Let's look at this column, which is down to 4 digits. We need a 5, 7, 8, 9. So this is 5, 8, 9. This is 5, 7. Nope, 5, 9 only. I see 7 and 8. I really want this to do something. Didn't I look at this row? How did I miss this being restricted. I don't know how I missed that. 5 9 5 7 2 7. What is going on here? Like, it looks like we should have found something, but I'm not seeing it. Let's keep looking at rows here. I do believe I looked at this row. Should I look at this cell here? Let's see, we need a 1 4 8 9. Could be any of 1 4 8 9. Oh, it can't be 4. So I guess it's 1 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Can be 7. No, it can't be 7. 8 9. Yeah, so it's 1 8 9. All right. All right, so I penciled some more stuff, but I didn't find anything super interesting in the rows. We're gonna look at the columns now, looking for the same stuff. We have this 1 6 pair, we have 2 8 9, can't do anything with that. 1 2 4 7, I got that already. The only thing it would be maybe these two cells. The column needs a 1 2 7 8 9. These aren't 1. This can't be 1, 2, or 7. So this is only 8, 9. Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is only 8, 9. What did I say? 1, 2, 7, 8, 9? So this is 2, 7, 9. It's not an 8 or a 1. So close. All right, obviously we're not done yet. Next thing we're going to do is go box by box. And the two things we're looking for is, the major thing we're looking for is, did I respect my corner marks? Because oftentimes, throughout this solve, I did like mostly claiming, some pointing. We want to make sure we respected that with our markings, because sometimes I just miss it when I mark. And so it's good to just double check that you're not just missing something obvious like that. The other thing I'm looking for are restricted cells that I might have missed, often clued in by not being corner marked. This is often something where experience also just helps, experience in noticing the scanning. But we're going to do our best. So the 8s are respected. In here, we are down to 4. Are we still, let's see, 1 5. I remember these were down to all of them. 1 2 5 9. Is that still the case? I don't think we've placed anything since then, unfortunately. I am noticing that we have the potential for a 1 2 5. No, sorry, this would be a 1 2 5 8 9. Yeah, and then the 3 is here. Never mind. I don't think there's anything there. So no, nothing to do here, and nothing points here because we have all of 1 2 5 8. Sorry, 1 2 5 9 accounted for in these two. Is there anything here from? No, this can be all of 1 2 5 9. Right, that's the whole point. All right, how about over here? We have the 6s and we have the 8s. This is not 8, so that's good. We already took care of that. Oh, the 8 looks up, right? 2 7 9, 5 8 9. Okay, I'm not seeing anything there. How about here? We've got the 9s pointing. So basically, this isn't a 9, but we already know that from the cell itself. It's not a 7. It might actually be interesting that this isn't 7 8 6 7 8 9. Let's see. I think this can be 1 2 3 5 though, can't it? Yeah, it can be any of 1 2 3 5. It's just not 6 7 8 9. It's not a 4. So nothing there. What am I missing? 7s, 4s, 3s. What about this box? Was this cell limited? I think I looked. Let's look at this column again, but I think I looked at it. We need a 2 5 7 8 9. We know this isn't 5. So this is 2 7 8 9. Any of them? Okay. Nothing. 2's here. I remember these 2's claimed the box. These aren't 2. So yeah, where's 2 in this row? It's one of these 2. Let's mark that. So these not being 2, is that helpful? Because we need, for the row, we need 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. So these are 1, 4, 7, 8. This can't be 4, 7. So this is 1, 8 only. Tell me that does something. Is this all of 1, 4, 7, 8? I think so. 1, 4, 7, 8, 9. Only 1, 8. It's 2, 8. I'm not seeing anything to do. So we got the 8s, we have the 1s. Ah, we have pointing ones from here. This is exactly what I was talking about, not respecting pointing. So this is what I've been missing, is in this box. Of course, it's the last box I look at. The 1 is in one of these two in this box. So it can't be over here. So we can eliminate these 1s. That gives us an 8, 9 pair in the row. So this can't be an 8, which if you look at our corner marks, leaves only one place for 8 in the box. And then that places the 8 in this box. All right, that's progress. Let's make sure we follow up properly. 7 in this column is now only here. That makes this a 2. So we can clear out all of that. Let's see, 2 and 7. So that's not a 2. So the 2 is somewhere up here. Which means the 2 is somewhere in here. What can I follow up on here? 2, 4, 7, 9. I'm looking at this row, 2, 4, 7, 9. So this is 4, 7, 9 now. Is there anything else I got from, let's see, 1, 4, 7. These are the same digit. Sticky puzzle. Very sticky puzzle. 8, 9. I'm trying to follow up on what I just got, but see, I got this 2 and 7. Let's look at the rest of this box. We need 1, 3, 5, 9. This can't be 1 or 9, so this is 3, 5. In fact, this whole row is 3, 5, 8. I think this can be any... Oh, the 9 looks up, right. This is 1, 3, 5. I had the 9's cornered. I should have seen that. What did I get here? The 2s? So these aren't 2. What does that do for me? If only this couldn't be 2, then I'd be able to place the 2 in the column right here. Oh, this isn't 2, so we can eliminate 2, I suppose. 2 in this column. No, 2 in this column is in 2 places. Never mind. What about... No, I don't see anything with 2s. Oh boy, okay. What am I missing? I got this 8, 9. 7. 9 in this box. So one of these two. I don't think that does anything, but I'll mark it. So this isn't 2 or 9. I still think this is 4 digits. 1, 2, 4, 8. Or actually 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. That's not a 2. 1, 4, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 4, 7, 8. Doesn't do anything. All right, there's more to find, obviously, but I don't think it's just following up on what I just got. I think there's something else that I have to find here. 1, 6, 2, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. This is a 7, 9 pair here. So what's the rest of this row? We need a 1, 2, 5, 6. We know these aren't 6, so these are 1, 2, 5. Ah, the 7, 9 pair, right. Remove the 9 from these. So the 9's in one of these two. That's going to point down, removing 9 from the rest of the column. So this can't be 9. Good thing I had that corner mark there, because now we know this is the only place for 9 in the box, and that gives us 8 and 2. That finishes this triple with the 9. We get the 8 here, giving us the 5 and the 2, finishing the box. 8 in this box now is only here. Let's clean up. Over here we get the 3 and the 8, finishing the row. Here, this gets us the 1. These aren't 1s. All right, 2, 5 pairs, so that's a 3. That's not a 3. 1, 5, 9. All right. This is 7 or 9, not a 9. So that's 7. That's 9. That's 7. We get the 4 and the 9 here. We get the 2 and the 7. We get the 1, 4, 7 pair. So this is 1, 5, 6. These are, none of these can be 1. So this is our 1, giving us the 9 and the 5. We get the 2 and the 5 here, getting us the 9, 1, 2, 6 and 1. That's a 9 and 6 and whatever this is, 5. That's 7. All right. Let's clean this up. I think this was the only place for 4. Is that right? Maybe not. All right. Well, this is 4. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 7. That's 4. We need a 7 and an 8 in here. That's 8. That's 7. Here we need 4 and 5. That's 5. That's 4. And we're done. All right. Well, that was a bit tricky. Really had to follow up. Like, okay, so I should have noticed my pointing 1s here at some point earlier. It took me a while to see that, but this is why I have my systematic follow-ups, is even if I miss something over and over and again, when I actually go and touch on it as my systematic, like, okay, after I've exhausted all these things, I'm going box by box, and I'm just making sure I didn't mess up my corner marks. I found it eventually. And then, so there was that, and then that did actually cascade to give us this 7-9 pair that you had to notice, and then you had to notice that the 7-9 pair restricted the 9 to these two places in this box, which pointed down. And once we resolved the 9 in this box, which you had to notice that it actually did, then from there it was smooth sailing. So some very tight things to notice in order, which can make the puzzle much more difficult, because if you miss, it's easy to miss one thing. When there's a lot of things to do at any given time, the puzzle is easier. And the New York Times does not base their difficulty based on that. They base the difficulty based on what techniques you know how to use only. And so some of them are much easier than others to a human. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.